Stay healthy, but make it fashion.
Hey everyone, I'm Liz Perry.
Hi guys, I'm Joey.
And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make one of these fabric masks. Everybody knows what is going on right now with the whole COVID-19 virus. We don't have to go into any detail because I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with the virus. Right off the top of this video, I would like to bring up that we do know that fabric masks aren't 100% effective at protecting you from the virus.
Some protection is better than no protection at all, and like that type of protection should be reserved for people in like the medical profession that are having to deal with this kind of stuff every day. Right.
And in our area also, they did recommend that people wear masks. And this has just generally, it's being recommended just in general to everyone. But in our area specifically, a while ago, I think they recommended that people wear masks out so when outside running errands and that sort of thing. Also, Joey is classified as an essential worker, so Joey is still working and still going out into the world.
Definitely.
His company is providing them with gear to stay more safe, like masks and gloves and that sort of thing. But when you're like off the clock, like it's good for you to have your own.
And those things only last for so long.
Right,
too,
exactly. So it's best to preserve them like when needed. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I didn't make this pattern. I'm following a tutorial of a tutorial, like you do, because that's what everyone is doing for these fabric masks, really. But I have added to that technique, and that's basically what my video is going to be. So, first of all, I followed a With Wendy video. If you don't follow With Wendy, you probably do. If you're following me, you have probably heard of With Wendy for sure, because
just in case, make sure to go check her out.
I'm definitely going to be putting the tutorial from her that I first saw this technique in the description. So if you want to watch With Wendy's video, hers is great because she has 3 different types of masks in her video, and this one is the hard one. And she also made like she made a slightly easier one, and then one that's like specifically like supposed to fit over an N95 mask. Like it's a mask cover for an N95. So if you are interested in any of those, you can check out Wendy's video. And Wendy's video also links to the other tutorials that she got these from that are, I think most of them are like picture tutorials maybe, like on people's blogs and stuff. So it is nice to have the video example. But the thing with Wendy's video is that this is the most complicated mask, so it's kind of a little tough to maybe follow something that complex in like a really short, like succinct video. Because Wendy's videos are very like efficient, you know what I mean? Right. She really gets to the point on stuff. But like if something is like really complicated, it's kind of harder to follow maybe. And I did have a little bit of trouble following Wendy's video, and I went back to the original post, and I kind of still had a little bit of trouble following that, so it was just a bit of a tricky design. So I think I learned a few things following these tutorials that I think I could add to them just to help people to understand more easily how to do these techniques. And also I did add a couple of new elements to my version of this mask. So I was able to add a wire into the top of the mask, so it enables you to bend it over your face. I'm not going to do that with this one because this is yours. So
there's this one that I've actually already
and
bent
Joey
to the
has
shape
already
of my
bent
face
to his face
because I was using this earlier going
Here's
out.
mine. I actually made one to fit my to match my pinafore, so that's nice. Since we are wearing these out, not that I've really gone out. Joey is more the designated goer outer for us.
I'm the gopher. Go for this, go for that, yeah.
But, so this one's mine, and I'm just going to show you how this fits around the face real quick. So I'm just going to slip it over.
Here, I'll join you.
And then I can use the wire to kind of shape it around my nose and cheekbones to get a better seal at the top. And it matches my pinafore, which is just an extra bonus.
Mine just looks cool.
Yeah, I did try to make ours to like match our aesthetic, I guess, which is another bonus, I guess, in all of this chaos. At least we can control the fabric we choose to make our fabric masks from. I really love that design element of the wire. It really helps a lot. The other thing that I was noticing was I was at first using like a scarf to cover my face, just in a pinch because I didn't have anything else. But I was finding that it was just pressing really uncomfortably against my face, so it was just hurting me after a long time of having it on. Not even that long. But, so I just thought, like, I wish it had some kind of armature in it, and because I make my dolls with armature wire, I just used that. So I figured that I might as well. And I love the pleat design of this mask. That's, of course, from the original tutorial.
Yeah, no, they're nice, and even having worn the N95 mask, it's kind of nice having a wire that like almost goes across your entire cheek.
Yeah, no, I did like that because I did notice that there were some people that were putting like a twist tie to use as like a rudimentary wire into their like at home, like made of homemade materials masks. But that's just the problem that I would have with that is it's just too short and it like wiggles around maybe potentially. Like you'd have to really make sure it was stitched down in there. But since this wire goes all the way across, you just have to be really careful, you know, about sewing through the wire and not damaging your needle, that sort of thing.
Right.
But as long as you're really careful, like it's not that hard to accomplish.
And the pleating design is nice too because well, I have a bit of scruff at the bottom, and it does help to
so
kind of like
covers
wrap
it
around
and like
almost,
it's like kind of easier
like,
to fit it to your face instead of it being like one size fits most type of situation. So
like there's actually a bit of flexibility in like the range of size of face it can cover. Kind of.
And the other thing that I was noticing people say, I think I just saw this in the comments with Wendy's video, so I mean I don't know if it's like verified or anything, but I thought that it kind of made sense to me, so I thought to add this design element just to the mask. But somebody said that having the pleats facing downward is like a better filtration thing. It's like less likely for stuff to get like into the like fabric, where if the pleats are facing up, like stuff is more likely to like settle into the pleats, I guess. So I did try to make it in a way that the wire at the top tells you this is the top of the mask, and then the little accent piece tells you this is the front of the mask.
Yeah, so it should be oriented.
It's properly. A lot easier to like make sure you're putting it on correctly. For this other mask, I made with ties instead of making it with the elastic. Joey was finding, and I'm probably going to make one for him that is just like this one, but this one is actually for his mom, and we're going to deliver this to her later on. But this one I made with these ties because Joey was finding that because he's just a larger size, and it's funny because I did try to account for that. I did use larger elastic, and it just wasn't quite enough to really fit comfortably over your face. And just having these ties, like it's a lot more customizable. You can make it as tight as you want it to be, and it's like less
because if you're using elastic, especially behind the ears,
especially if you're using it for long periods of time, because that
no matter what it is, it can kind of like cut into like over time. Definitely. And it is nice having a way to like wrap it around the back of your head, or just to take a little bit of pressure off of the ears. Because I think even if you were to wrap those behind the ears, if you did it gently enough, it would feel less, it wouldn't like bother as much.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, this one has little kitties on it, and then we have the one that matches my pinafore. I used a little scrap for the accent fabric of our curtain fabric, which is a former tablecloth, so this is its third life that it's having here. But I did make the main fabric out of the same fabric I used for my pinafore, which was a thrifted cotton. And then this is another thrifted cotton. This one was a bed sheet that I still have a whole bunch of, and I was planning on making a dress out of it. So if I make a dress out of it, I guess I'll have another matching one. Then I made Joey's out of this real cute leafy fabric and another scrap of a different leafy fabric. You can't really see detail of that fabric, but you can see kind of the shapes do kind of suggest leaves. So I think it went together pretty well. And because the print is so big, it kind of works well as an accent fabric with this busy fabric.
And then this one that's slightly misshapen because I've been using it.
And then this one, which is shaped like a face. I used a fat quarter, I think, for this one. I think that's where this like kind of tie-dye motif.
It's like a cosmic
space fabric came from. And then these strips are just more of that tablecloth fabric. This is just the other piece of this little these used to be like next to each other, and I just cut them down the pattern, so this looks like a solid, but it's actually from just a little chunk of a pattern fabric, because you need such a little amount of that little side strip that I was able to just use a little chunk of a pattern fabric and make it look like it was a solid.
Cabbage or random scraps.
Oh yeah, this is a really, really good use for cabbage, like definitely. And if you don't know what cabbage is, that's just scraps of fabric that you have left over from other projects. So yeah, that's my method for making this mask pattern. Again, you can check the description below for the original tutorial and the tutorial that With Wendy made on her channel. I should probably just call her Wendy. Like, her channel is With Wendy. Yeah. Anyway, so there'll be links to those channels in the description. I really, really highly recommend Wendy's video, especially if this mask was maybe a little complex for your skill level. You should check out Wendy's other masks that she made, because the more simple designs are, and also if you're more in the market for a mask cover, that's another video that, or that's another technique that Wendy shows on her video. So I highly recommend that. And if you find the techniques a little confusing, maybe check out the original, because Wendy's video is almost more like a summary, kind of, I would say, of the original, like, blog posts and stuff that she, like, demonstrated in her videos. So definitely check out the original posts as well if you really want more of an in-depth explanation of how to do those techniques. So I think that's it for us today. Everyone should definitely try to stay stay at home as much as possible. We definitely recommend that. That's what we're trying to do. Stay safe, everybody, and check on your loved ones through distant.
All of us that are fine with being isolated, check on your extrovert friends and make sure they're staying sane while being cooped up inside.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we'll be able to stream soon. It's just hard to do that as regularly with Joey working so constantly.
Yeah, been working a lot, and we've been doing a lot with the studio.
Oh yeah, definitely, that's been happening.
So
I'm really excited to show you guys some of the stuff that we've been working on for the studio.
So we have a lot of stuff kind of lined up, and then once we get it all finished, because we've been thinking about maybe some gameplay streams.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I think that would be really good to do during the quarantine period, just to like hang out with you guys and chat with you guys
and to take a break from all the you know, this super depressing, crazy stuff.
Especially because I mean, like, I know we're going on for longer than I had intended, but I just wanted to bring up that, like, even though this is like use your time productively, let's do tutorials, let's do crafts, it's totally okay for people to just relax and chill, because this is such a stressful time. It's so important for you guys to just have something to do that to get your mind off things and like
it's just, like, don't feel that you have to constantly push to be productive all the time. Like, it's just as important to like take the resting periods and to like allow yourself to, you know, take a breath and like appreciate everything that you were able to just get done and like just relax for a while.
Okay, well, everybody stay safe, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this as best we can, and see you guys in our next video.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.